Hello, friends. Thank you for coming again on HCMguru. Today, we have Mr. Stephen Kowalski, and he is one of our senior person into the industry and has done PhD in education organizational learning from a very renowned university, UCLA, is out of California, Los Angeles. He is currently the director in creative license consulting and a leading voice in the global movement for organizational development. As a leader, Stephen seeks to catalyze ideas and nourish potential. So welcome, Mr. Stephen. Thank you for joining in HCM Guru.
Great to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Right, Stephen, we would like to have a very brief introduction about yourself, though I have touched a bit, but we would like to hear from you as well. And then we have some interesting questions to put across and share your thoughts and ideas around that.
Sure, very briefly. I started my career as an artist and quickly learned that I was really interested in the psychology of creativity more than being an artist per se. Studied psychology and then studied learning and education at UCLA and found that learning, creativity, change, and transformation all combine in a fascinating way that helps organizational change and transformation. So that's a highlight of the journey I've been on in my career.
Interesting, Mr. Stephen. So when we talk about during pandemic, the last year was tough for everyone. So how was agility in both personal and organizational learning, which helped all of us to navigate through 2020?
Yeah, this is so important. Agility. So let me talk about the personal side of the equation first. I think agility helps us take a more proactive approach to life and to our work. So many of us can fall into the pattern of being in the reactive, and we kind of approach life as if it's happening to us. Agility really helps us take a more proactive and creative approach. It also helps us move away from a proving orientation, like I have to prove myself and you are the object of the assessment of my competence, to a learning orientation where we're really improving our performance together. So I think agility helps us in both of those two ways, more proactive and a learning versus a proving orientation. From an organizational perspective, I think the agility frame and the mindset really helps with iteration and experimentation, which is so crucial in today's business world. We have to work in shorter cycles. We have to work in more fit for purpose ways. So the agile mindset helps us there and also helps us tie learning directly to transformation, because the change that's happening is ongoing. And learning has to be embedded into the transformation more directly and into team processes.
Interesting, very good. And so we're talking about agility and talking about the performance. Please share your thoughts around how important is the business integration as a part of your learning strategy for an organization?
Yeah, I just alluded to it. The world is changing so fast. Business is changing so fast. Oftentimes learning lags the business change. And I think this is one of the things we really need to work to correct for. So embedding learning more directly into a business process, getting learning out of something that people see as an HR responsibility, human resources responsibility, embedding it in the business, empowering folks who are working in the learning field to act, shorten the development cycles so that we can bring those learning assets to folks more rapidly, and then take a page from the world of data. There's a criteria for data standard out of the University of Maastricht called FAIR, F-A-I-R. FAIR stands for findable, accessible, findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. And I think we can apply this same standard to all of the learning assets that we create. And that'll help a lot with co-creation and with shortening development cycles.
And when we talk about creativity, always into learning, how do we intersect creativity and learning, which becomes an important pillar for organization development? So what do you think, how do we intersect creativity and learning?
Well, creativity is activated at the intersection of purpose, possibility, and constraints. Have to have a purpose to change the status quo. And we have to be able to toggle back and forth between possibilities that our imagination can sort of cook up and constraints, which are the real world sort of feasibility aspects of it. Transformation happens in the same intersection. So creativity and transformation are intimately intertwined. They're both about changing the status quo. And I think especially when you're involved in transformation, that's a strategic transformation, not just an optimization or an efficiency transformation. You're going to have to aim for innovation. And that innovation is going to require risk, which is going to require learning, which is, there's failure, there's mistakes. It's a journey, right? And so learning is directly intertwined with both creativity and with transformation, whether that's personal transformation or organizational transformation.
Brilliant. So the last question we have with us is, since you come with a lot of experience in an organization development and learning, what are your tips for your peers going forward? We are entering into 2021. What are your tips for your colleagues?
I would say my first tip is take care of yourself. Sustainability is really important. It's an important business concept. It's an important global climate, world, taking care of the world concept, but we're also stewards of our own lives. And so my first tip is take care of yourself and your loved ones. Second one is proactively push yourself into what I call the bump zone, which is sort of where we're stretched beyond our comfort. And we can do that because life is happening to us and we're forced to, but we can also take the reins to proactively push ourselves into the bump zone. So I would say in 2021, take some risks, go a little bit further beyond. My company's called Creative License for a reason. We want people to take creative license, play with the rules, bend them, break them if you need to. And the other one is take a page from life sciences and so many other industries that are focused on personalization and customization. Personalize and customize learning to the users, to the customers, to the clients, whatever word you use in your world, to the learners. All of healthcare is really going into personalized healthcare. Other industries doing the same. We should be doing the same too.
On this note, thank you, take care, and keep smiling.
Thank you.